All right, we are back. And we are at Dinkytown. Let's see if I can get the... Here's the fun part. Is y'all may get to see a... We don't have any place where we can stick the rods up for rod holders, so unfortunately they're just laying on rocks. So you may get to see a rod get pulled in. I seriously doubt it with the size fish that's in here right now. But it could happen. My biggest concern is it pulling tight enough to get the rod shot. I'm having to just lay the rods on the ground right now because the river's up. I can't find any spot to anchor my rod holders. But we do have... Doggone, we ain't been here a couple minutes. We're getting hit on that rod there. I'll drop a link. Yeah, we're getting bite on that rod right there. I better hurry up. We're getting nibbled on. There we go. There we go. There, 2 minutes and already getting nibbled on. But I don't like nibbles. I like takedowns. If y'all see me jump up and take off running, it's going to be because my rods get pulled in the water. Because I don't have any rod holder set up here. Oh, we're getting a bite on that rod right there. Oh, fish on, fish on. Been here 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes in Dinkytown. This feels weird. He's got some head shakes going though. He got some head shakes going. Oh man, what in the world? He wrapped up in it. And we're fishing for channel cat today, I guess. Come here now. 3 minutes. 3 minutes on the board. Boom. Let me get a guest up here. 3 minutes, y'all. 3 minutes on the board. Boom.
There he is.
3 minutes. Let me get a guest up here. 3 minutes, y'all.
See, Daddy, have
3 minutes
faith.
on the board. Boom.
There he is.
Let me get a guest up here. 3 minutes, y'all. Why is that repeating? You got two cameras going?
See, Daddy, have
3 minutes
faith.
on the board.
Nope,
Boom.
there he is.
Let me get a guest up here.
Turn that one down.
Look at that. Why is that repeating? You got two
Hang
cameras
on,
going?
Danny. I gotta figure out how to turn this thing down now.
3 minutes.
It's repeating.
Why is that? All right, y'all.
Hang on, Danny. I gotta figure out. 1 second, guys.
So channel cat. Let's get a weight on him. All right, y'all. Huh? You want? I'll hit you. I just gotta get a weight off of it. And then it's all yours. I'll hit you. Yeah, wait, boy, he has got his jaw frozen shut. I don't know how you did that. Yeah, wait, boy, he has got his jaw frozen shut. I don't know how you did that. No, I'm getting a lot of feedback. Is that you or me?
That's me, Danny. Hang on.
Well, let's get a quick weight on him. And I got a gentleman here that wants some catfish for a dinner. So we're going to go ahead and give this channel cat to him. If I can get it to settle down, hold on, we'll get a wait for you. He's feisty still. Hang on. I know that ain't right. Let me reset this.
That better?
That's much better.
Okay, sorry guys.
You're
So-
okay.
I had a second tab open.
All right, let me get him hooked up here.
Go ahead and do this computer thing now instead of the phone so I can read the chat and still watch the screen.
He's gonna lock in at. I told you this is Dinky Town, man. If he'll be still. Almost 4 pounds. 3.79.
Well, that's not bad.
You know me, man. If
I
it ain't 30, if it ain't 30 pounds, I ain't happy.
I never lost in.
You want more of them?
Uh,
Yeah, I'll hook you up, man. Give me all of them. All right. He's wanting some channel cat for a channel cat dinner, so I'm gonna hook him up. We'll take care of him. We'll take care of him.
Hey, Danny, we got Sunfish King, Nephew Austin.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Uh,
Danny Stone from Danny Stone Outdoors. Check out my YouTube channel. We're live right now. Yeah, we're live right now.
you got Jessica Dumpster, Sunfish King.
Okay.
Ronnie Moore.
Well, we've been here 3 minutes and we've got a 3.79 pound channel cat.
See, told you.
You know that's not my ball game, man.
Oh, Daddy.
That's not my ball game. It's not my ball game at all.
Dinky.
I know, Danny. But at least I could read the chat and see what you're doing.
Yeah. And here in a little bit, if they keep biting, let's just see if that was if that's going to be the pattern, or if that was just a fluke. And if they start biting real good, we'll get the lights out and set up the lights for a little while.
There you go. Awesome.
I gotta hurt this out. I got another fish on. Man, the bad part is I just got my rods laying on these rocks because I can't set the rod holders up here.
That'll work.
I had one pulling this rod right here. We may have another fish on. Hang on. And I'm having to lay the rods down on the ground and the tip's just pointing out toward the water. I hate that. I wish you guys could see them, but you'll see it if I get something, no doubt. You know what I mean? But I
See,
think
whenever I come into your live, you catch fish.
yeah. Well, I think we were here for 3.79 minutes to catch a 3.79 pound catfish.
Well, there you go.
Oh, we got a bite on 2 rods right now.
There you go.
But that fish, he did the same thing that one did. When I fished here in the tournament Saturday night,
Right.
I got a really hard bump on there, and then he just quit. And it went for a long time, and all of a sudden it started trying to move a little bit, and I reeled it up, and that catfish had been on there the whole time and wrapped that line all around his head. That and there, same thing. He must have bit it as soon as he hit the water because that line was wrapped all around him and around his tail. I mean, he was balled up in it.
You had another one do that a week or 2 ago,
Yeah.
Danny.
They rolled up on it, and they were on there, and you don't even know it. But I've got a couple gentlemen fishing downstream of me here, and they're looking for some eater catfish. So I am going to go ahead and they said they want the catfish, I guess. So I will be donating those fish to them tonight
There you
because he explained to me they got families to feed and stuff. So this is going to be one of those situations where the channel cats will go to them.
Hey, Danny, Fishing with Big Mike just stepped in.
Hey, Mike, what's going on, brother? We're fishing in a dink town tonight. We've been here 3 minutes and done landed a 3.79 pound channel cat. The thing is, I kind of wanted to test this area out anyway, because I think this is where I'm going to fish when I fish Avid's channel cat tournament.
Hey, did Rustic stick around? I told him you were coming.
No, Rustic was where those guys are fishing downstream from me right now.
Okay.
That's where Rustic was a while ago. So I kind of figured he'd done peeled out of here by the time I headed back this way.
Yeah, I told him you were coming.
Yeah.
Tell Danny that at least he gets to say he donated the fish to people that needed them.
Yeah, at least you got to donate fish to people that needed them. And you got Andy A in here. He just came in. Apache just came in.
You got a real robot thing going on there, buddy. Apache, if I drop a link, will you come up and hang out with us for a little bit? I'm going to try to get Patchy up here too.
That's fine.
We'll make a party out of it.
There you go. Joy just came in.
You sound much better now, Scott. Now you got it going on.
Yeah. I had Warrior Hearts open too, and I didn't realize I had that one open.
Okay. That's what it was then.
Yeah, it just got all goofy. J-Dog's back in here.
J-Dog. He showed up
back in here.
J-Dog, I was here 3 minutes and caught a 3.79 pound blue cat, or channel cat. Sorry, channel cat. But I am fishing in the dink hole. But
Jesus.
You're donating.
I had to do something to keep from going home skunked.
Yeah, but you're feeding the family, Danny.
Yeah, there's some gentlemen down here that wanted some fish to feed their family, so we're gonna hook them up tonight.
Ronnie Moore just stepped back in.
Okay, Ronnie.
CVA just stepped back in. I think I already told you J-Dog came in.
Oh, here we go. Hold on.
Who?
Andy A.
Fish on, fish on.
Andy.
Fish on.
Yeah, I said that.
Fish
Andy
on,
A.
fish on.
Fish on.
Woohoo!
See? Told you just need to move out of the trees.
Well, see, I knew, listen. I knew I could do this. I just don't like fishing this dink hole.
Well, you're feeding people.
You're fishing.
Dude. I'm the blue cat man.
Well, you're fishing with a surf rod that's probably a super duper heavy, and you're doing pretty good at bending that rod.
And believe it or not, this is a blue cat.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that one.
Again, dinker. It's a dinker.
But it's fun to catch.
It's a dinker blue cat. and I have to get I have to keep records of it because I'm keeping total weight for the year until I hit 2,022 pounds, and every pound counts.
You betcha.
So let's see how little this one is.
2 pounds.
He's locked in at 1.31.
Right. Well, that's off.
1.31. It's a good eater fish, so them guys will be happy to get it.
You're feeding the family, Danny.
Well, here's the thing now. I mean, they're going to get mad because if I catch a 20 or 30 pounder, it's going back in.
Well,
I
don't keep anything that big.
I'm saying
eat them fish that big.
If I get anything that big, it's going back.
Yeah.
Dallas. I'm going to butcher your name. Dallas Libert. Libert just stepped in, Danny.
Cody.
Okay, good deal.
Cody 3+1.
Cody from 3+1 just stepped in.
Fantastic. Hey, you still hungry? He said, hell yeah.
There you go.
Hey, you ain't got to run. It ain't going nowhere. It'll be right there, man. I got you, brother. You're going to eat fish tonight, man. You'll eat fish tonight. I'll take care of you. It's been a couple years. A couple years since you had catfish. Oh, we got to do something about that. That's what I'm trying to take care of. You don't mind coming on the live stream, do you? Mm-hmm. You don't mind coming on the live stream, do you? Oh, come on up, man. I want to introduce you to everybody because I got to meet you too.
Yes, Apache, you going to come on up too?
Yeah. Oh, they're biting good. What's your name?
What's that?
Johnny Tucker,
Johnny Tucker, where you from?
here from New Madrid.
Here in New Madrid?
Born and raised here.
Fantastic. Well, man,
Hey, Johnny Parker.
Daddy Stone from Daddy Stone Outdoors. You live on TV right now, so say hi to everybody. Hey, Johnny Tucker, y'all.
I
Hey,
appreciate,
Johnny Parker.
Johnny
I appreciate what he caught and stuff.
Tucker.
Tucker.
Somebody's gonna
Sorry, I
eat
can't
good
hear.
tonight.
We're gonna take care of him. We're gonna take care of him.
Yeah, I got to
Johnny,
feed my wife and my kids.
there you go. Feeding the wife and kids. I got you, brother.
Nothing wrong with that, buddy.
I'll hook you up, man.
All right, thanks.
I got you. Don't worry about it.
That is kind of funny.
Man, I almost threw all the line off that reel. That gum.
Well, when you're using 8-pound weights,
Well, this one here, I think, is a 3 ounce.
okay, 3-pound weights. Jesus, Danny. I don't even think I own one that heavy.
Well, I gotta keep track. I gotta keep track of these weights. I didn't bring my notepad with me. So, like I said, we want to
I'll
Well,
have
keep
Troy
track
write
of
it down for you.
have it wrote down for me so I can get it from you later.
Okay, a 3.47. Danny?
Sure. That first one,
Yeah.
and I can't remember what the second one was.
1 point something.
8, 6.
Yeah.
1.86.
Okay. Good.
Okay,
Good.
we're writing them down for you, Danny.
Okay. Yeah, because I got a big notebook at home. I forgot to bring it with me, and I'm gonna keep a run total. I'm gonna put the date, the weight of the fish that I caught, and then keep a running total, and see how long it takes me to get to 2,022 pounds.
AC8, right?
Because LG Bass, old Tom, he set his goal at 365 fish, and so I don't want to do that because he's been there and done that, and he's massacred it. He got 365 plus.
Yeah, I forgot what he ended up with, but it was 370 plus.
Oh yeah, he smashed it, man. He smashed
Yeah,
it.
and he had it mid-December. He had his what he wanted, and then he kept going.
Oh, we got another bite. We got another bite.
Yep, fat boy. Eric Fishing's here.
Man, they're hitting pretty quick.
There you go.
I'm just hoping I don't lose a rod here because, like I said, they're just laying on the bank, and I got a little stick or a rock propped up in them just to hold the tip up, and you can see the tip, moving.
Well, move your chair and camera closer.
Well, I got them spread out so much, I don't know if you can get the angle on it.
Oh, I got you. Well, that's okay as long as you can see him.
Well, yeah.
We'll yell at you.
Can you see anything here at all?
Fat boy Eric just
It's
came
going to be
in.
hard to see these rods.
So I'm sure his brother's lurking someplace in the shadows.
Yeah, see that one there's working. He keeps coming back to that same rod. I do have one rod out down there with a donkey bait on it. Not that I think it's going to do any good, but it's down there.
Danny, it's all mine just stepped in.
Okay, hey Michelle. Well, we've been here how long, Scott? I'm showing 18 minutes on the live stream,
Yeah, it wasn't very long.
18.
and
15
we've already got 2 fish. But like I said, they're not Danny Stone fish. They're just dinkers.
That's all right.
Yeah, but you're feeding.
They
the
all
family.
count in the basket, buddy.
Yeah, because the gentleman down there says he hasn't had fish in 2 years, and he was wanting some fish for him and his wife and kids. So we're going to take care of him tonight.
Yeah, and that gentleman's name is John Tucker.
Yeah.
He needs
Cody says you need
39 pounds.
39 pounds a week on average. Danny?
Oh, I don't plan on making it stretch out to the end of the year. My plan is to hit that 2022 by midsummer.
Boy.
Ooh.
Early fall latest.
Hell, if I get 220 for the whole year, I'll be doing good.
Now see, in this cold water, in this little hole here where I'm fishing, these channel cat will get on there and they'll swim back toward your rod and they'll sit there and roll that line up all over them. And they'll be on there for 5 or 10 minutes and you won't even know it.
Yeah, that's better. I know you better.
Yeah. They roll it and you don't even know they're on there.
Hey, wrap around their head. Last couple of them you got was like that.
Yeah. That one was wrapped around his head and went back and wrapped around his tail too. At first I thought I'd foul hooked him until I got him up.
As long as you don't catch any more of them trees.
Oh yeah.
That's what
That's
matters.
See, the thing, there's not hardly any snags here. I mean, it's pretty well. I'm going to show you. Let me get the phone off here without disconnecting. Okay, we've got the spillway dam right there.
Okay.
Okay, and they open up those gates, and
Right.
that's the only current. That's the only current you got is coming right there. It's just very little current coming through. But normally, this whole thing, as wide as it is right now, is usually only about 40 yards wide. It's small ditch.
What you got now? 100 yards wide?
Maybe. I'm going to say maybe 80. But if you go downstream, back that way, this dumps directly into the Mississippi River.
Oh, there you go.
And, this was where I was at the night of Jeremy's tournament cats, his tournament. Matter of fact, I'm sitting in the exact same spot.
That's when you had the tent and everything out there, wasn't it, Danny?
Do what?
Is that when you had your awning out there?
Yeah,
and
I
everything?
had my canopy up. It was pouring rain. I was sitting right here.
Oh boy.
But the water has went down in the last day or so, but it is still up 3 feet higher than it was that night. Because I was actually sitting past these rocks that the rods are laying on.
There you go.
Man, I almost think that fish is on that rod there, because here's what these channel cats are weird. They'll get on there and peck on it, and they'll get wrapped up in it, and then they're stuck on there, and they'll barely move the rod. So
Chrissy Brown just stepped in, Danny.
Okay.
Say hi.
I'm waiting to see if he's going to keep wiggling.
Hello. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Ronnie again.
Man, I almost think
I'm trying to keep them up on chat, so.
I almost think this fish is on here. No, he's not.
It's a tree, Danny.
He's in my other line, too. Get off there. He destroyed that bait, though. He chewed it up pretty bad.
Ronnie was laughing at you.
Who is?
Ronnie was laughing at you.
Why are you laughing at me,
Because,
Ronnie?
hey, you weren't off camera.
Oh, oops. Sorry, Ronnie. I'm trying to make it a family channel.
Yeah.
They're just iced tea.
Iced tea in a shot glass. Uh-huh.
That's thirsty. Well, you know, if people don't like it, I don't know what to tell them.
Oh, man, I just had a fish hit this on the drop.
Oh, way cool.
Wow. Awesome.
I threw it out there, and before it hit bottom, the tip of it jerked real hard.
Wow.
So he hit it on the drop.
They're hungry.
I'm going to let him play with it for a little bit and see what happens.
Danny, is it cold there?
No, I mean, I'm pretty comfortable.
What's the water feel like?
It's not that bad. I mean, it's about like cold tap water.
Oh, okay. So the catfish are still hitting.
Yeah. But we do have I almost bet if I threw up into that real strong current over there coming down that spillway,
Over here,
that I could catch some bigger fish. But there's a whole lot of they've got like these little blockade deals down in under the water.
Right.
little concrete slabs, and you'll get hung up on them time and time and time again.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mississippi's like that. I mean, that crazy river, it moves constantly. One day there'll be a log there, next day it'll be gone. Hi, Chrissy Brown. I thought I said hello to most everybody earlier.
As soon as I sat down. See, I think there's a fish down there with a periscope. And when he sees me sit down, they all look at each other and go, now, go, go, go.
He's sitting down. Get him down. See, there he goes again.
Oh, I missed him, I think.
Oh, boy.
Oh, he wrapped me up. That one took me into something.
Yeah, an 8-ounce sinker.
He was on there and broke me off.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. I got some rigs already tied up. I just got to step over and get them. Man, check out this old, this is an old Abu reel.
Right.
Okay, it's old.
As long as it still works.
Well, here's the thing. They have I work for the city here, and in my hometown, and they do a citywide cleanup, and people just throw junk out on the curb, and we go by and pick it up. And that reel was laying in a pile of trash on the side of the road.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And I took it home, took the side plates off, cleaned it out real good, greased it up, and bam. I mean, Abu, man. Well, I mean, that just shows you right there. That old Abu, I don't know what model it is because it's all worn off. The only thing it's got is you can see the Abu right there, and that's pretty much it.
I like the Abu Garcias.
That's all I know about this reel. Let me grab the tackle box and rig this up. I'll be right back.
If they're catching you fish, and that's all that matters. It don't matter what kind of reel it is, or a cane pole. Which hooks and hammocks, I want a cane pole from them. Now I'm just waiting to get out there so I can use it. Joy is saying, well, that's all you had when you were growing up, wasn't it? Was cane poles? No, we had steel rods and open face reels, bait casters. Oh, they were a lot of fun with catgut line.
Well, you're older than a rock.
I invented that rock.
You know, I actually think I'm going to try doing a Carolina rig on this.
Oh, yeah.
And see what happens with that. No, not on this rod. I'll do it on a different one.
Why don't you do a Texas rod?
Well, what do you call a Texas rod?
Hook, line, and sinker. I put sinker above the hook.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you call it. But since I live in Texas now, I'll go call them all Texas rods. Or Texas rigs. I know a lot of people put their sinker on the very bottom and then they put the hook a little higher up.
Well, that's when I've been rigging them with these three-way rigs.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just never been one to do it that way. My sinker has always been above the bait. Sometimes I use two hooks with the sinker in between them, but most of the time I just put a sinker above the bait. And they ain't 3 ounces or 10 ounces or whatever you use in there.
He's gonna have to teach you.
He's
gonna have to teach you how to use big hooks and big weight.
You know it. Yeah, it's gonna be Danny, Fishing in Freedom, Rustic, and Joy Stewart, whoever else wants to join us. And we're gonna do a springtime Mississippi River catfish deal.
Oh, you're gonna love it. As long as the river isn't acting up, I'm telling you, you're gonna have the time of your life.
Oh, I've been on that river, Danny, when it flooded the whole year.
Yeah.
And I still got catfish out of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, once if it gets high and stays there, they kind of get used to it and they
Right.
kind of level out. They stabilize. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen it do it that one summer, and hell, that water didn't go down until August. It started flooding in February, and then it didn't go down until at least August.
I'm trying to remember if it was last year or the year before. Man, I got 2 rods biting at the same time. Either last year or year before, it came up and didn't go down for almost the whole year.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's as long as it levels out, it's fine. Dallas just came back in, Danny.
Okay.
Got spinning, and I said it's on her end. It's not Danny's.
What's that?
She's got spinning.
Reverberation?
No, the spinning thing.
Oh.
And all I'm running on this rod right here, it's got that Abu reel on there.
Right.
And it's mounted on a pin power stick. And all I got on is 8-pound test line.
There you go.
It's just 8-pound test, so that's all it's on there.
Down east, jump back in again, Danny.
Okay, cool. The thing about these channel cats in this spot right here,
right?
I've got circle hooks on everything, but if you really, really want to catch big numbers of channel cat here, I figured this out. They're light biting. I mean, they're just tapping, and they're not committing to it. They're not pulling hard enough to set that circle hook. If you sat here with the rod in your hand with a J hook on there, when they start that light bite, you set that hook, you would freak out at how many fish you hook up on.
Yeah, see, I just started using circle hooks again since I started talking to you and Big Mike and a few of the others that like those circle hooks. So I figured we'd try them, and we're doing
it. If you get a big takedown because he pulls hard enough to set the hook, and get it in there.
Right.
But when they're just grabbing it and mouthing on it and spitting it out, they're just barely moving the rod tip. That's not setting that hook. But I have fished here in the past where they were doing that, and I would put a jade hook on and sit there and hold the rod. And as soon as they started touching it, I'd set the hook, and man, you'd nail them every time.
Is that another 14-aught J hook there, Danny?
Man, I've got tons of J hooks, and you know what? I just don't know if I want to sit here and hold this rod. I like sitting in the chair and watching the rods. I don't want to sit here and hold it and go, oh my God,
I hear you.
I've got 2 rods that are bouncing, but they'll pull it down like that and they'll do that and they're letting off of it. They're really light biting.
So you don't think it's a current or something in the water?
No. I'm out of the current.
I guess not when you're using, what'd you say, 3-ounce weights?
Yeah, I got 3 ounce on there.
So it'd take quite a bit to move that.
Yeah. And I mean, the only place there's current is where it's coming directly out of the gates of the spillway there.
Yeah.
But this is so wide and deep that when it comes out, it just boils there. But then it just goes to slack water almost 50 yards downstream from the gate.
Well, you need to get fly rod out there, and then you can really catch some catfish.
Do what?
Get fly rod out there with 4-pound test.
I have. I've done it before.
I used to right there in Davenport, right on the rock wall there. It's a wild time when you hook into one.
Well, one of my favorite things to do here actually is use ultralight rods and hook into these. There's a lot of 2 and 3 pounders and stuff.
Right.
In here. And on a big giant rod, you feel kind of ridiculous doing it. But you start slinging a really small ultralight rod out there and you hook up on them where they can feel some drag on it. It's a little bit more fun.
It is fun to catch them like that.
I'm trying to figure out if I want to go ahead and rig it. I might put a J hook on this rod. I'm there trying to talk myself out of it.
Now, Danny, you don't need a size 14 J hook.
No, I think I've got some 1-aught and 2-aught.
Oh, Jesus.
Will be plenty big enough.
Oh yeah, that'll be plenty big enough. Like a doggone shark with that.
Yeah, I just don't want to look stupid grabbing a rod and jerking it every 5 minutes and everybody going, he missed it again.
Well, we can do that. We can spin the wheel for you.
Well, I'm gonna tie a. I'm gonna fix up a special rig here. It's gonna be a no swivel rig. I'm gonna tie a T knot in this, and then tie the sinker down below it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'll do a quick T knot.
So your hook is going to be above the sinker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So hang on.
I think they call that a Missouri rig, don't they, Danny?
Do what?
Don't they call that a Missouri rig when you do it that way?
Well, I actually learned that in from an old man in Perdido Key down in Florida.
Oh, okay.
He taught me how to tie the T knots. He also taught me how to do a uni knot, uni to uni knot. Most of my knot tying skills I learned in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Because those guys down there, when they're bored, that's all they do is sit around and tie knots.
There you go.
Yeah,
I've always liked that.
Some of those guys down there are really weird.
See, I've always liked the Minnesota knot, or some people call it a palmetto knot, I think they call it.
Oh, yeah.
I've always had good
Well,
luck with that.
I mainly do I snell my snell knot on the circle hook,
Right.
and when I attach it to the swivel, I'll use a polymer knot.
Yeah, polymer knot. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, when you buy the pre-made snells, they're usually done that way. Like Eagle Claw and a whole bunch of them do it that way. Dale Sleep just came in.
Oh, Dale's in here? Hey, Dale.
He just came in. And Chris, I'm sorry, guys, I can't read very good.
Oh, Chris Usselton.
Yeah.
Usselton.
And who? J.R. Gray 420? It's WHO.
Oh, yeah. I met him. I met him the other night.
Oh, okay. He just came in.
All right. To do a T knot, basically you just do it. I know y'all can't see that, but that's a uni knot.
Okay.
Okay. And then what I have to do is make another loop here. Man, that fish is just pecking on that rod like crazy, but he won't commit to it. I'm not going to be able to show y'all how to tie this knot here. I'm just going to do it, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done.
That's fine. Joyce Stewart's in here.
Oh, shut up. Two
so for Chris?
To Dale, actually. Dale asked, catch anything yet? And I said 2 so far.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
And then I don't know 2 so for fish or Chris.
Keep up.
I'm trying to. I can't read. The goofy writing on this computer is goofy.
Wait a minute.
That make a lot of sense or not, huh?
Wait a minute. He can't read his phone, Danny, and he can't read the laptop. So what does that tell you? He's blind.
If I lose these glasses, I'll be lucky if I can find the truck.
Lisa Elliott just stopped in, Danny.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Let me see if I can pull this knot right. Takes a lot of spit on this knot.
We can go all caps, Chris, you said.
Okay.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, I'm not that blind. Come on. I'm on a laptop because on the phone I tried it earlier when Danny was live earlier, and I'd either be able to read the chat or I couldn't see Danny and I. And I hate that. All I could see was a shadow. So I'm like, all right, fine. I'll just flip it over here on the laptop, and that way I can read and see what's going on. Now, just the printing on this laptop, you don't turn it just the right direction, it's really light blue and it's hard to see.
I missed that one.
Uh-oh.
And there's a lot of rocks out here on there. There we go.
There's a rockfish, Danny.
Man, he's sitting there just pecking at it, and they destroyed that bait. That was a chunk of skipjack, a big, pretty good sized chunk. And basically all that's left there now is the skin. So they're just sitting there chewing on it.
She'll be right back, Lisa. She ran away for a second. She had to go pay the parking meter.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Lisa's talking to you.
Paying the parking meter. That's a good one. I like that one. It's better than walking the dog.
Oh, boy. Okay, don't look, Ronnie.
Well, I need to re-spool this reel with line. I cast it now, and it takes every bit of the line off the spool. I've been broke off so many times.
I like using fluorocarbon, Danny. I have better luck with it than braids.
Well, I mean, I'll use fluorocarbon, a fluorocarbon leader.
Okay.
But, to me, I found that if you spool the whole thing up, it's got a really bad memory. But I don't know how well you can see that T-knot. See that?
Yeah.
That's called a T-knot.
Okay, it looks like a Y, but T will work.
Well,
want a T.
Right there.
But
anyway,
show me that when I get
Your
down
hook
here.
goes here, and your sinker goes down below at the other end,
Okay.
and it's a no swivel knot. You don't have to have any swivels.
There you go.
Downey's Tackle wants to know what braid are you using. He doesn't. You don't use braid. You use fluorocarbon.
No, I use fluorocarbon down east, and right now, the heaviest line I've got on, that's my Mr. Whiskers. It's a monster spinning reel and rod,
Yeah.
and I use 20-pound fluorocarbon on it.
Okay.
Another one I've got on a bait caster is 17, and then the rest of mine are 8 and less. I used to use braid, but I've been hearing a lot of horror stories about the guys, especially like Danny and Big Mike, that they say it breaks off real easy in the rivers.
On the rocks.
Well, here's the thing. I use braid on all my spinning reels.
Okay.
Okay. And I use braid when I'm saltwater fishing. But even no matter if it's saltwater or up here, I always put on a really heavy mono leader.
Okay.
You know, at the end of the braid. Because the thing about that braid, if you get a catfish on there and you're running strictly braid all the way down there, he's gonna. I just threw that rod out.
Daniels, I was talking to Down East, and he asked, what type braid do I use? Well, I used to use spider wire, and I'd use it in the middle of winter, and I didn't have too many problems with it. But a lot of these guys are hunting these hogs, as you might say, on the Mississippi. Danny's one of the few that's using it still. A lot of these guys say they won't use it because it breaks too easy. I don't know that much about the braids.
Well, that's what I was fixing to say is if you run strictly braid and you get a catfish on there, and if you got all these rocks like I got here, they rub up against some rocks just a few times and that line's cut. The mono will actually take more abuse from the rock than the braid will. But as far as the strength, putting mono up against braid, have you ever got hung up with braid and had to pull and break it off? Dude, you could pull a truck with that stuff. But the bad thing is, if it rubs on a rock just a little bit, it's done.
Yeah, that's what I think it was Big Mike was telling me that one night. He said, yeah, he doesn't like the braid for that reason. It's not abrasion resistant.
It's not.
I don't know. I've used mono most of my life, and I went to braids. I was using a spider wire for a while, And then the last couple of years, I started using fluorocarbon, and I'm having good luck with it. So, yeah, but
Yeah.
down east, you aren't fishing where you got a bunch of stags, are you?
Are you talking about down east tackle?
Yeah, he uses a braid to catch sharks. He said.
Well, he's saltwater. He's mostly saltwater.
Oh, okay.
Hey, if you get a chance, go check out his channel, Down East Tackle.
I've got him.
Well, you need to go watch. Man, he makes some awesome saltwater rigs. He makes great saltwater rigs.
Well, Danny, there's not a lot of salt water here where I'm at.
Well, do like me.
Unless I take a
Travel
salt
to it.
shaker out there and pour it in the lake.
Normally I see saltwater at least twice a year.
Yeah, I know you do. You go down to Florida and hunt for the sharks.
Oh, I love it down there.
Yeah, when I was out in the Philippines, we used to go out fishing on charter boats, and we just used fluorocarbon, and we were catching shark and all kinds of stuff.
Let's
Fish
see,
I've never even heard of.
I was down there in October, and it really aggravated me because I didn't meet them until here recently. But Cody from 3+1 and Larry and Amy, I just met them recently through the catfish community. Come to find out, when I was in Florida in October, they were there at the exact same time, and they weren't probably 10 or 15 miles from where I was at.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I just met down east here recently, and 3+1 and a couple others that I had, I'd never heard of them before. And then they started coming into a couple of channels, and I started going to them, and I try to watch them.
Yeah.
I try to watch them all.
Well, you need to go watch Down East tie some of those rigs up, man. He ties some serious rigs.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many of his. I thought he was just a tackle seller, and I didn't know he was a fisherman too.
Well, I like his rigs. I mean, matter of fact, I'm going to be using when I go to Florida. I'm going to be using his rigs just in September.
Oh, there you go.
I am going to once this river stops being all wacky and wonky and goofy, I'm going to use some of his saltwater rigs over here and put them to the test against some of these bigger catfish.
Here's something that I've never used before. Down east and Danny, they're called a Santine.
Oh yeah.
Well, I just got them. I don't even know what company. SantineDrifters.com is where I got them. I've never used them before, but I've heard from a few of you guys that you like them and you try them when you're bumping. And so I figured, well, what the hell? I'll get a pack of them and see. We got so many snags out here in this lake. I mean,
see, that's the thing. You can also use those from the bank, and you'll get hung up way less with that rig.
Yeah. Well, they just found the whole prop, the whole lower unit of a boat stuck in a stump out here on the lake. That's how bad the stumps are out here.
Yeah, we've got a lake up here that a lot of the guys love. Me personally, I hate lake fishing. I'm a river rat. Yeah. And I hate fishing on a lake. But we got a lake up here called Lake Wapapello. But it's got so many stumps in it, they renamed it Lake Wapaprop.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, we're always hearing about guys coming back in, their props all busted up. And right now the water's so low, the stumps that you used to just see sticking out of the water, they're 10 foot out of the lake now.
We're going to throw a J-hook out upstream into the current.
No, down east, I got rid of Instagram a while back. I just got tired of the hassle with it. I got Facebook, but I don't have Instagram anymore. I just recently hooked up Facebook again.
I'm trying to figure out something I can set this rod up here where I can grab it real quick and set the hook on it if he starts messing with it.
That's your ocean rod, right, Danny?
This one ain't. No, the ocean rods are not out right now. These are all my shorter, smaller rods. I think the longest one I got here right now is a 6.5 or a 7-footer.
Oh, okay.
It's the longest one I'm using. Oh crap! I almost lost the rod. He almost took that one in. He almost pulled it in the water. Oh, by the way, guys, fish on.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, we couldn't see it, Danny. You didn't have the camera right.
Well, he almost pulled the rod in.
Oh boy.
But I guarantee you, it's not a big fish. He's just really strong.
Well, Danny, what you might think about doing sometime is getting yourself like 3-4 foot pieces of rope and just tie them on your, when you're in a spot like that, tie them on your reel or right below your reel so that if you get something like that, you can jerk the rope out from underneath a big rock and still reel it in.
And we've got another channel cat.
All right.
Let me get him where you can see him here. He's got grass and leaves all over his head.
Well, that's not a bad one. Although he's all wrapped up in your line.
Yeah.
Somebody else's line.
Look at the color of that thing, though. Man, he is like really yellow.
Who was it? Warriors Outdoors today was catching them like that. I mean, he was catching, I think, bullheads, but they were just yellow as could be.
Yeah, he's been on there for a little bit because man, he's got sticks and weeds all up in this.
Are they turning yellow because
look
of
at the color of that fish, though. He's a real bright yellow, almost gold.
Are they turning more yellow because of the colder weather, Danny?
Man, I would assume so. But that circle hook got him right there in the lip. Look at that.
Oh boy.
Right in the lip. Perfect shot on him.
We got some more people just stepped in. Let me catch up.
Okay.
Alicia Barnett.
Alicia!
Beverly Moffett. Or any more, you already got him. Did I miss anybody, guys? Hope not. I'm trying to read the chat for Danny, so you got to bear with me a little bit. There's another 2.5 pounder.
Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe 2 pounds, maybe 2.5. So
Well, we'll stretch it to 2.5. How's that?
No, do it right. I'm keeping track.
hang on. I keep pulling down on that hook and it's locking in on me pulling on the hook. Let me get him on there. Okay. Let it lock in. Oh yeah, he's gonna be a little more than 2.5.
See, Joy?
Let me get it right. 2.76.
2.76.
Okay.
Yep.
Tell him
Where you got him?
I'm going to send him all these weights.
Here you go, John. You gonna eat good tonight, bro? You gonna eat good tonight, man?
Yes, sir. This is my
And John's wife and
his granddaughter.
John's wife and his granddaughter just showed up.
Oh.
So we're catching catfish for them to eat tonight. Skip Jack. Yep. It's a big old fish like that. You cut it up in a little bitty chunk.
Oh. Go camera. Sorry, Kay.
Yeah, you're live. You're live.
Go ahead.
Live.
Step over there.
Come here. Let's meet your granddaughter. Come here.
Oh.
You guys, I'm going to introduce y'all to John's family. His wife and his granddaughter. Let me get set up here. Come over here, hon. Come on, don't be scared. She's scared. She don't want to do
it. Scared of you.
She's crying. Hey, you got to be scared of me. But there's John's wife. What's her wife's name?
Christy.
Christy. Nice to meet you, Christy. And the granddaughter?
Charlie
Kate.
Yep.
Charlie Kate.
Charlie Kate.
And we're going to catch some catfish for them to have dinner tonight. They're going to have a good fish fry. We're going to make sure it happens.
Yes, sir. We're going to do it.
Just so you all know, Danny's donating the fish and he catches smaller ones to this.
We probably got you enough now that if you cook up some French fries, some coleslaw, and some stuff.
Who you telling?
Yeah.
Throw in some white fish.
Yeah.
Right there.
But you get 2 fillets off each fish. He's got 3 fish. There's 6 fillets. Oh, you steak them. You steak them. Oh, yeah. Well, see, a lot of times I'll fillet them out, and then I'll take the bones and roll that meal, and fry that too,
Oh, yeah. I
and
did
just
that.
peel it off there.
Man.
That way you don't waste nothing.
Yeah, man.
But John, I'm gonna see if I can get you a couple more, okay?
All right. I appreciate
All
it.
right, buddy. We'll see if we get you a couple more. All right.
Danny, Brokeback Bob just stepped in.
Brokeback Bob just showed up? All right.
Yes, he did.
Good deal. I hate wasting that gut pocket, but it's not going to stay on the hook, and I don't have my magic thread with me, so we're just going to bait up a little small chunk of skipjack belly.
There you go.
You
And
know,
hope it stay on the hook.
Danny's talking about this magic string. If you
Yeah.
go to Walmart or Target or whatever, and you go into where they got all their sewing stuff, what's the name of that thing?
Well, when you buy it in the fishing
It's
department,
called
you can get it from
stretch
like
cord. It's a lot cheaper. I got a roll of it around here someplace. It's called stretch cord in the sewing department. That's a lot cheaper there.
but oh yeah, because if you buy it from the tackle store, it's called magic thread, and
Right.
and they jack the price up on it. But if you're ever fishing with really mushy baits, or if you got a gut pocket out of a bait fish that's falling apart, you use that magic thread and it'll hold together. Hang
Yeah,
on a second.
it just makes it tougher. Brad, I'm going to butcher your name, Brad. Sorry. Caudill came
Brad
in.
Caudill? Brad Caudill?
Yeah, he just came in.
Okay. I'm hung up in the rocks on this one. I got loose. I'm throwing back up toward that spillway dam. And yeah, I broke the cotton picking hook off.
That line was kind of freighted anyway. It needed to be replaced.
Yeah. So that's 3, and it ain't even dark yet.
Well, like I said, Danny's donating these fish to a family that hasn't had a catfish in 3 years. I think he said
Yeah.
2 years, something like that. So, yeah, if you want to call them dinks, call them dinks. But Danny's donating them to this other families. So.
Well, you know, I was gonna talk about that earlier. You know, if you go back to a lot of the very first videos, my older ones, man, I caught a lot of criticism from people because I kept every fish I caught, no matter how big or how small it was. But the deal was that I had people, older couples and different people and stuff, that would want fish to eat.
There you
And
go.
there was a lot of people in my hometown that looked to me to catch fish for them.
Nothing wrong with that, Danny.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of fish that I go back and look at the videos now that you know, I have a lot of remorse about not releasing those fish. Like the biggest flathead I ever caught on rod and reel, there was a man, he was sitting down at the boat ramp when I pulled up there and put my boat in.
Hey, Danny, sit over here for a second.
And he flat told me that
I'm right back.
it was him and his wife, his daughter, who was a single mother, a single parent, and they all lived together, and they were struggling. Okay, they were struggling to pay their bills and find food to eat. And I caught that big giant flathead, and man, you should have seen the look on his face when I took that to him. I mean, he thought it was Christmas.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. You know, I always tell people there's people that fish because they enjoy fishing, and there's people that fish because they need to eat.
Well,
And
I mean,
I
yeah,
think a lot of people don't realize that there's people out there like that. You know?
yeah. But there was a whole lot of really big fish that died because of that.
Yeah.
I don't do that. You know, now if it's over 12 pounds or so, I mean, to me, it's going back.
Well, the truth is, I don't think a fish is worth eating over 10 pounds.
Well, I used to know. Hey, I've taken some big blue cats, 30 and 40 pounders, and cleaned them and trimmed up the mud line, trimmed up the fat. And I'm gonna tell you something. It was some of the best catfish I ever ate. Now, Do I believe now in eating those big fish? Absolutely not. You know, I've grown, you know,
Yeah.
over the years
Yeah.
to know better.
You know, back in my daddy's day when we went fishing, you know, you went fishing, you kept what you caught.
Oh, you'd get a whooping for throwing them back when I was a kid.
Boy, don't you dare. What's wrong with you, girl? Are you crazy? And I'm like, it's too big, Dad. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, no,
But
it ain't.
when we went fishing growing up, because we were really poor. And, you know, a lot of our food came from, you know, hunting squirrels, catching fish. If you were out there fishing, it wasn't to go fishing to have fun.
No.
You were trying to get something to eat.
Yeah.
And so there was no such thing as throwing anything back.
No.
But we do now.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. I really do. I get it now. But yeah, back in the day, you know, in Appalachian Mountains in Kentucky, in eastern Kentucky, you know, if you didn't catch it, you didn't eat. Whether it was fish, squirrel, rabbit, whatever, you know, you didn't eat. There wasn't no store you could go to because you didn't have no money, you know? So I think that was his mentality, you know? My dad had 13 brothers and sisters. And so for Dad, it was food and you just didn't throw it away, you know? So, but yeah, I understand now why it's important to not do that.
You know, I try to explain that to people a lot of times because they go back and watch a lot of my older videos and they see these big giant catfish and they see me putting them on a stringer and tying them up and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe he did that. But you understand that was a different time.
Oh yeah.
Even just 7 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. Well, you know, the same if I'd been doing YouTube when my kids were little, people would have had a fit, you know, because I was taking, you know, I mean, I was shooting squirrels and, you know, piling up squirrels on the picnic table and, you know, skinning them and stuff. And people are like, oh, that's terrible. There should be a limit and blah, blah, blah. I got 7 kids. All right.
Yeah.
You know, there ain't no limit to what them kids will eat.
That's what I said. When I was growing up, there was originally 9 of us kids in the family, and then one of them passed away. But there was 8 of us my whole life growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And there was times that it was so, you know, money was so tight and food was so hard to come by that, man, it was almost like throwing out a pile of scraps to a bunch of dogs whenever Mom set the table. Because everybody was fighting over grabbing chicken legs and this and everything else.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to be the one stuck with that chicken leg.
Yeah.
No, that was always.
But literally, my mom used to take a can of potted meat, 1 can, and she would make 8 sandwiches out of 1 can. And each kid got a sandwich of potted meat, but she made 8 sandwiches out of 1 can.
Yeah.
And basically all she was doing was putting the smell on the bread because it was so thin.
Yeah. That's food. That's about it. And I remember pinto bean sandwiches. You know,
I never did that.
Oh man,
it's good. You know what? I'll eat beans now. I like white beans and ham hocks and white beans and ham, but I always like more meat than I do beans.
Well,
but growing up, I ate so many. We had to eat beans so much that I just hated beans. I hated them.
We take bean sandwiches to school, you know.
That's the way it was with me with rice. I hate rice now.
Hey, Mike Humphrey came in. Hi, Mike. How are you?
Mike.
Him and his cute puppies. Oh, man, them puppies are so cute. I'm telling you right now. They are adorable. And now they're just starting to walk around.
Someplace, Mike.
Yeah. You back now?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. See you later.
Camera shy Joey.
I ain't camera shy. I just don't need to sit in front of it.
So what do y'all think? Do you think we need to set the lights up and stay a little while tonight, or what?
Yeah.
That's up to you, Danny.
Yep.
That's up to you, buddy. You're the one that's got to hump all that stuff back up. I'm too far away to help you hump it back up.
Not today, buddy. Look here. There's the truck.
Oh, well, hell, in that case, yeah. Hell,
There's the truck. There's the truck. I'm backed up to those the steel cables. It's a parking area, and I'm in a parking lot.
There you go. Yeah, that's less than the dock that I fish on.
Yep.
Yeah, we went out there today in that water. Danny, if you get a chance, I did a real short video on it.
Yeah.
Take a look at that video today.
It's down
Okay.
8 feet.
It's down at least 8 foot.
It's terrible. It's just.
And they're still seeing alligators.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, those weren't coon prints. Those were alligator prints.
They saw it over at the RV park.
Well, I asked Mike, I said, what do you think made this print? He said, well, it looks like a raccoon. Well, then we got a little better picture of it. And it's only got 3 toes. They said, no, that's an alligator. He's been hanging out here for a while. Him and his mama.
I'll tell you what, we'll sit here till it's almost dark. And if they keep biting, we'll break out the lights. But if it looks like it's going to slow down, there's no point sitting out here suffering.
No. I don't
Because
want
once that sun gets down behind them trees right there, this temperature drops 15 degrees.
Yep. Same thing here. We were sitting on the deck last night, and the sun started going down, and like you say, it dropped 15 degrees, and it was 70 during the day.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it was tough up here. I took my coat off and put it in the truck earlier.
Uh-oh. That's not good, Danny.
Well, I mean, the truck's right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you better put your phone on your rods if you have to go get it.
Well, it takes me about 12 steps to get to the truck. So,
Okay. Well, that one night I just turned you off when you got that fish. I'm yelling at you, Danny, you got one on. You couldn't hear me.
you know, I sat there for 4.5 hours. All right, we're getting a bite on the J hook.
All right.
I'm going to see if I got it wedged down in my seat. That's the problem. I can't get it out to set the hook without jerking the line. So,
Well, you can pull that pole straight up.
yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I know that. One day I was on your live for, I don't know what it was, 4 hours or so.
Yeah, it was a 4-hour and 34-minute live.
And
I caught a fish in the last 15 minutes.
And I had just got off there. You were packing up your stuff to go. And I thought, all right, we're done. And I'm trying to yell at you. I'm like, Daddy.
Hey, I want you to do something.
Yes, sir.
Go back and watch that video when I'm sitting there after I've caught the fish. Fast forward to it. And I've got the fish laying down in front of me, and I'm holding my hands up on the camera.
Right.
Look over my shoulder at that white rod in the video and watch. It goes takedown, big time. Didn't know it till I got home and watched the video.
Oh,
But I had a takedown on that rod. Now, after I shut the stream down,
in, but I didn't see a white rod go down.
yeah, if you
I'm
watch
gonna have
that
to go
video
back
over my shoulder, if you watch that video over my shoulder, there was a takedown on that white rod.
Oh boy.
And I didn't know it until I got everything packed up. I'd shut the stream down, and I went to pick that rod up, and the line was all slack and laying on the bank.
Oh boy.
And I started reeling up, and man, he jerked and took off running, and took me into those rocks and broke me off. And I thought, man, I'm not even going to tell anybody about this. But if you go back and watch the video while I'm talking over my left shoulder,
Right.
you'll see that white rod, and it goes down. And I didn't know it until I got home and watched the video.
John Boy's catfishing just came in. Danny.
John Boy, hello.
Mike Humphreys here.
And Mike Humphreys here.
Yep.
Brian
I thought I saw
Bugman just popped in.
Bugman's here. Fantastic.
He just came in.
Brian B.
Awesome. Brian B.
Brian B is here.
Tell Brian B. I'm going to take his dink title away from him. I'm taking the dink title.
No, he's not, because he's given the fish
Danny Stone.
as a family.
Look up Stone. S-T-O-N-E, like a rock.
Doesn't get any catfish.
Danny Stone Outdoors. No, this is live. It's live. There are people all over the world seeing this. Everybody from the United States, the UK, they see it everywhere.
People all over in Missouri are seeing you.
Yep. You what? Well, I'm on YouTube, but it's Danny Stone Outdoors is the name of my channel. But check it out. I got some pretty nice catfish on there. A lot of videos.
Well, thank you for the
Oh man.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anytime you guys are out here and you want a few of them, I'll hook you up.
I appreciate that.
All right.
You have a good night.
You too. Y'all enjoy those fish.
That's awesome, Danny.
You what?
That's awesome. I won't keep a fish over 4 pounds.
You're crazy.
Well, those were all perfect size.
You are crazy.
Oh, I'll take pictures of the big one if you can get it in the net.
Shut up.
2 of them that were the width of the dock, which the dock measures 5 foot wide. She couldn't get them in the net.
Oh yeah, okay. You're gonna go with that story.
I am.
She
You
could,
bet.
y'all. She couldn't get him in the net. That's what he's sticking with. That's his story. Okay.
I'm sticking to it. Y'all see the net that I got her now. My comfort thought I was insane, but
You can put a whale in that net.
well, if you want to see the 2 catfish that Joy couldn't get in the net, you know why I got the big one. I got the biggest one I could find.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of short bites now.
AZ Highland just came in.
AZ Highlander? He just came in. Highland, hang
That's
on.
it. AZ
shit.
Highland.
AZ Highland Homestead just came in, Danny.
Okay.
Hunting and Stuff with J&J just came in.
JJ.
Okay. These are all new. These are all new people to me.
Well, they're not new to me.
Well, I've known these guys for a while.
You know, Danny, I told you that if I put you on my community channel, you're probably going to get people you've never seen before. But that's a good.
Hey, I welcome each and every one of them.
Yes, sir.
They're good
Yes,
people,
sir. They are
Danny.
good people. Yes, sir.
Joy Stewart came in.
Yeah.
AZ Highland. Hunting and Stuff with J&J. Brian B. Brokeback Bob. Chucky Morgan just came in.
Oh, Chucky. Hey, Chucky.
Good to
Sorry,
see
guys. I'm trying to read it because Danny can't read the chat and talk too. So I'm trying to read it for him. And I'm having a hell of a time.
Well, I have
Just
to
so
keep
you
an eye
know.
on these rods because if something good gets on there, it's going to pull it in, you know?
There you go. That would be a good thing.
All right, John's going to show y'all the catfish he's taking home with him one more time.
All
These
right.
are the ones we got for John for his supper tonight. So there you go.
That's a nice one on the bottom. They're all nice
Oh,
ones,
yeah,
but
there
the
you
one on the
go.
bottom
John, I'm
is
glad you had him. Take it.
And I want to thank Danny for providing us with this. We have a meal tonight. God bless him.
good job, John.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good night, John.
You too.
All right, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, he's got some good eating fish here. Just so
Oh, yeah.
you all know, those aren't considered dinks because Danny donated them to a family. So they went to a good use.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is very
The man said he hadn't had any catfish in, I don't know, 2 years or 3 years. And so Danny helped him out.
Well, we're going to try to get a couple more for y'all to look at anyway.
All right. We like looking at them.
Yeah. They're starting to really, really short bite me though. They're just working the tip like that. You know, they're pulling down and pulling up and not committing.
Hey, Danny, are you still using that cut bait?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these are all caught on skipjack, every one of them.
Okay. So you hand
We
me
may throw a piece of- we got a big bag of chicken too. We may throw a piece of chicken on her in a little while.
Okay. This guy's going to sponsor us, I think. This guy might sponsor us, he said.
Yeah, Rustic, when he was here today, he was catching them on chicken.
This gentleman here, I don't know whether you can see it very good or not, but he's down here in Lake Fork.
Oh, Uncle Joe's?
Yeah, and he's making my stickers for me, and he gave me this tub.
Now that catfish on that can, the
Mhm.
first stickers that I had made had that catfish on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
he's a
Well,
local guy here.
that exact same catfish was on my first stickers that I had designed.
Oh,
And then I
wow.
got to looking and found out that Brian B has the exact same catfish on his logo. So I went back and had a guy go back into the studio, and he made me couple more stickers that were a little different.
I got AZ Highland Homestead. I think I got all these guys already.
Yeah,
The
you did.
temperature right now here, I'm going to guess at it. I'm going to say it's probably about 36. And I am fixing to grab my coat.
The air temperature?
Yeah, that's air temperature.
Okay. Oh, at least they ain't pouring down rain on you yet.
True. Hey, I can handle any cold. I just can't handle being cold and wet.
Yeah, I've been there too many times, Danny.
Yeah.
And too many duck blinds and froze my butt off.
Oh, yeah.
All for 1 or 2 ducks.
Well, we've got about maybe 15 more minutes, and we're going to have to make the decision to set up the lights or give it up.
That's up to you, buddy.
Well, I'm going to watch and see if we get any more bites. We were getting hit on that rod there, and I think he's picked the bait off of it.
Oh, boy.
Well, we'll check and see. We don't want to be fishing on credit.
No,
No, that's a skipjack rod, isn't it, Danny?
they all are.
Oh, they're ours.
Yeah, I got skipjack on all of them.
Oh, okay. See, we've tried gut bait in this lake, and it doesn't work for us.
Really?
Say hi to the net
I
Morgan.
get crawdads.
Say hi to Annette
Oh,
Morgan.
I love fishing with crawdads.
Say hi to Annette Morgan.
Annette, hey,
Hi, Annette.
did I see Andy A go by too?
Yeah, he's here.
Uh-huh.
He's been here for a while.
Okay. I didn't know Andy was in here.
Yeah, he's been in here. I thought I had mentioned it. Maybe I didn't.
Well, if it's been longer than 5 minutes, I probably forgot.
Me too.
Both senile.
No, I'm just blind.
And senile.
I'm not senile.
Not yet.
On the way there, but not yet.
Not today, huh?
Not today.
See, the thing about it is, if I'd have caught all 3 of those fish in that tournament last Saturday night, none of them would have counted because it had to be over 5 pounds.
Yeah.
That's right. It was 5 to 20, wasn't it, Danny?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
And that one fish that I caught that was 5.11, he just barely made the cut.
Hey, it made the cut though, right?
It did. It got me second place.
There you go.
But all second place is just
I know, second
ain't much
loser.
different than last.
Mark J. Larson just came in.
Mark J. Larson just popped in, bud.
Okay, cool. Hey, Mark.
What was the other one that Jeremy caught? 11-3 or 11-13 or something?
Yeah, he had a 10 and a 13 and I want to say an 11. But
So
he
he
had
had-
he had a 30. He had one that was over 30 pounds, but he couldn't
Right,
count it.
39 something.
Yeah, it was a big fish. It's a pretty good sized
Oh,
fish.
That was.
It was 31.
31.
Yeah, when she pulled it, I mean, it wouldn't have helped me that night. But when Rebecca picked the category of fish between 5 and 20 pounds, man, my heart sunk. I'm like, oh my God, if I do land a big one, it's going to be worthless.
Yeah. And you're always getting them big ones.
Well, she knew how to.
Parker
she,
Pursuits just stepped in, Danny.
She
Hey,
wasn't.
Jerry.
She ain't stupid.
Huh?
She wasn't stupid.
Who?
Rebecca. That's why she picked with the 5 to 20
Oh, yeah.
pounds. 'Cause
Then he didn't get any.
I know.
Yeah, hey, it might have done her some good if she'd have caught a fish.
Yeah, it would have been fun.
If you don't hook any, it doesn't matter what they weigh.
No. Well, that's like when we did that John Parker tournament. Joey
Yeah.
caught that stupid bluegill 3 minutes in the tournament. She couldn't catch a fish to save her life that day.
Yeah, but I caught my bait.
Oh, she got the bait. I would have flayed that thing out and ate it. It was that big.
It was a nice bluegill.
Yeah, it was. It was close to a pound.
Oh, did I get him? I might have missed him.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Okay, well, take care, Mike. Mike Humphrey's
Mike
leaving.
Humphrey, you have a good night. He
Oh
might
man,
be-
I didn't want to pull hard, and he popped the hook.
No, he's going to dinner.
Man, he massacred that bait.
he was going to dinner.
Man, he didn't let left but skin.
Oh, boy.
He bit the rod too. He actually hit it hard.
Okay, Bugman, take care. He's
That
leaving.
was the best hit of the night, and we lost it.
Look, man, we'll talk to you soon, bud.
Best hit of the night, and we lost it.
Oh, boy. Hey, Danny, you still catching skipjack this time of year?
Yeah, actually, right here where I'm at is where we catch them at.
Oh, really?
You go to that spillway dam and you throw some crappie jigs out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wear them out.
See, I used to catch them darn things on a worm in early spring and early summer.
Yeah, you know, actually, if I had my, I wish I'd have thought, if I'd have known I was going to be here, I would have brought my bait rod with me.
I
Because
got
I can
you.
go over there right now, right before dark is the best time. I guarantee you I go over there right now and catch 5 or 6 pretty good sized skipjack.
Oh, wow.
And right
Yeah,
now,
I always caught them when I was fishing in Mississippi early morning.
early morning and right before dark.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the most we could get here is if we go to the bait store and we can get shiners.
Yeah.
Parker Pursuits wants to know where Danny's fishing.
He's fishing on a little lagoon off the Mississippi River right now. He's down in Missouri,
Yeah, it's a Mississippi backwater.
Mississippi backwater.
And Brad Kudill wants to know if you've ever used a Sabuki rig.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually what I use when I catch my skipjack is a sabiki rig. And but I tie it up with some those curly tail crappie jigs.
There you go.
I'll rig up 3 of those in a sabiki style rig. And that's what I catch my skipjack on.
I never even heard of a Sabuki rig until John Parker started talking about in that tournament that he put on.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh,
you gotta use a Sabuki rig. I'm like, what the hell is that thing?
Well, I first learned about them actually in Florida. They go down there on the piers, and they'll go out on those piers out there into the Gulf of Mexico,
Okay.
and they'll drop them straight down off the pier, and they'll jig it around there, and they'll pull up all the little pinfish and the smaller fish.
Right.
They'll throw them in a cooler on ice, and then they'll go down off the pier, go down on the beach, and bait them up for sharks and other stuff.
Okay. Yeah, some guy, I think it's 903 Fishing. I think that's who it is. He's out here in Texas. He was down there catching those pinfish. And
Yeah,
he was after stripers, but I could catch those pinfish.
And I found out the hard way why they call them pinfish, because the first one I ever caught, I grabbed that thing, and man, you talking about the worst fins on those things. They're like surgical steel blades, man. I mean, they'll eat you up. I mean, you barely touch them and it'll go in your finger and it hurts. Oh my God.
So they don't eat them?
You know, pretty much all fish are edible, but they're not something that you're going to go looking for to eat them.
Okay. I'm just curious. Do they use it for
If
bait?
you're really, really hungry, you can eat a pinfish.
Well, do they use it for bait then, Danny? Or not?
Absolutely. Yeah, they use it for bait fish down there.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the video that I made just last October when I caught that shark,
Yeah.
and the wind was blowing real hard, that's what I caught it on. I went to a boat ramp and jigged with a sabiki rig and caught a pinfish.
Uh-huh.
And I took that whole pinfish and threw it on a big heavy shark hook and threw it out there, and that's what I caught that black tip shark on.
Tim,
Donna.
hang on. Sorry, guy. Tim Donna just stepped in. Rustic Outdoors just stepped in.
Rustic, we've got 3 so far. We caught the first one in 3 minutes.
Yep. That was pretty cool. I barely had time to get the dang computer on.
Yeah, I tried to get back over here before he left because I was going to ask him if he wanted to stay, that I'd set the lights up. But by the time I got back over here, he was gone.
Yeah, I told him, I said, you were on the way, but I think it was already shut down.
Yeah.
I said, Danny's on his way.
Well, when he gets hungry, he leaves.
Oh, well, yeah, I could see why.
That one rod was getting pecked on real hard a while ago. I'm going to reel it up and check the bait on it.
That'll work. And then Warrior's Heart, I think he was catching bullheads or something wherever he was at.
He caught a
Yeah.
bullhead.
Huh?
He caught a bullhead. One.
He caught what?
One bullhead.
No, he caught 2. Well, I was there.
Oh.
He's catching a couple bullheads. And he got a
Okay.
bluegill too, I think. And I can't tell you where he was fishing at. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, this skipjack I'm using is some old skipjack, and it really falls apart. It doesn't stay on the hook very long, but it's catching fish though.
There you go.
But it's really easy for them to suck the meat off of it and leave the skin there.
Yeah, sometimes older is better. Sometimes.
Well, Rustic said he got a total of 11 fish. His biggest was 4 to 5 pounds.
Oh, there you go.
Where Danny's at now.
I have to tell Danny when he comes back.
Tell him if they aren't on camera, they don't count.
We heard it. I was going to give him a hard time, Rustic, but he won't let me.
Yep. If they're not on camera, they don't count.
Oh, Rustic, you didn't get him on camera?
He didn't get all those on camera.
Good boy. Yeah,
If
that's
he
what
got-
I told you, Rustic. And,
Okay. If he's going to count the ones that he caught when the camera wasn't on,
Uh-huh.
then I've got 34 right now.
Oh, really?
I've got 34 fish. You didn't see the other ones. They were on they were off camera.
Oh my God.
Okay. I didn't see
Oh,
those either.
Uh-huh.
A1 Fishing Family.
Came in.
Hang on, A1. I'll get him.
I got it. I told him hi.
Oh.
Got
Hey,
videos
Danny.
of some caught-
Yeah.
A1 just came in.
Okay, cool. I've got that one rod out with a huge donkey bait on it. It's got a big giant skipjack head on it, and nothing's touched it.
Nothing. Nobody wants a skipjack head.
I
Not even Catfish.
don't want to eat no skipjack head.
Hey, I've caught my biggest fish in 2021. Every one of them came off skipjack head. Every one of them.
I never even look with that cut bait junk.
They love it on the
I know
river.
all you guys do, and hey, more power to you. But I've tried it, and I never have any luck.
And you know, Rustic is just now really starting to get into the catfishing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get him moved up real quick this year. But I'm
Well,
gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you
then
something about Rustic.
He needs to get it on camera.
Do what?
He needs to get it on camera.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you something about Rustic. There is nobody gonna outfish him for skipjack. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Awesome.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he's kind of rusty.
No, you put a skipjack rod in his hand, and I'll tell you what, man, he'll show you something.
Really?
Yeah. I've been trying to get him to make more videos of his skipjack
Yeah,
fishing.
well, I mean, for you guys that fish the rivers, the cut bait works for you.
Yeah. Well, he goes over to Kentucky, man, and he wears them out. I'm talking, he goes back with cooler pulls of them.
Well, that's because Kentucky's better, Danny.
Well, for skipjack,
Lance McCouhay came in, the white
All right. Aloha, Lance.
fisherman, but
Lance McCool guy.
yeah, Hawaiian fisherman.
Yep.
Yep. He
I
just
know
stepped
Lance very well.
in. I've watched a lot of his videos. He does pretty good.
I'm almost decided at this point that we're going to fish until I can't see the rods. If we don't catch a fish, by the time I can't see the rods, I'm going to shut it down. But if we catch a fish, I'm going to fire the lights up.
All right.
But right now, it seems like they've slowed down.
It could be just that time of night too, bud.
Yeah. Well, there's been times I've sat here and caught a few fish right before dark.
Right.
It get dark and you wouldn't catch nothing for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then all of a sudden, man, it's like flipping a switch. They just light it up.
Yeah, the Mississippi River, that's that way. It
Yep.
does that all the time.
Hey, Rustic, you want to come up? Hold on, I'll drop you a link, brother. He can tell you all about all them fish he caught today.
Uh-huh.
No, if he says he caught him. I'm just giving him crap.
He did.
I don't know how many he caught.
He said 11.
11? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
David Smith just stepped in, Danny.
Hey, David. Yeah, this spot here is great if you want to catch a lot of fish, and even right now when they're not biting, you can still catch fish here.
Well,
But-
then why aren't you catching any?
Well, I mean, like I said, even in times like right now, we've caught 3. I can go over on the river and sit there all day and
Yeah.
not catch nothing.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that. And then,
But
and then when you wrap up everything, that's when you get it, and I got to yell at you from all the way
right,
up.
right.
Come running.
But I think that the biggest catfish I ever caught here, and it was in early spring or late or mid spring, was a 30-pound blue that I got out of here.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, the average over here, 6 to 10 pounds is the biggest fish you're going to get.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, it is when you're used to catching bigger.
I know. Yeah, when you catch some 70-pounders and then you catch a 30, you're probably like, this one ain't even pulling.
This little hole here is the anti-skunk hole. If you
There
get
you
out,
go.
you don't want to go home skunked, you just come here. There he is.
Hey, Rustic, how you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. Yeah, I had to go home and get something to eat. I was hungry.
I told
Right.
y'all. I said when he left, I said that boy got hungry.
I tried to nail you before you left, Rustic, to tell you Danny was on his way, but you'd already left.
Hey,
Yeah, the last fish I caught was a nice channel cat. Man, that thing was like 4 to 5 pounds.
Oh, there you go. There's nothing wrong with that.
I got it.
Don't tell Danny that, though. Danny will call us dink.
Oh, I caught plenty of those too.
Nothing
Well,
wrong
we
with
can
that.
Hey,
Pretty good.
we caught enough tonight to feed a family of 3.
Oh, there you go.
but
I don't mind the dinks. I'll eat them.
at least I did catch 2 blues.
There you go.
I got 1 blue and 2 channels so far.
Awesome.
William Warner Pork Chop just stepped in, Danny.
Hey, pork chop. Yeah, I thought we were going to catch about 20 fish when I first got here because I threw it out there and 3 minutes later had one on the bank.
Yeah, you did. I barely got the thing turned on, and you already had one.
I've gotten 2 little bumps in the past 5 minutes. That's it. But-
Danny, it's called fishing, not catching.
Yeah. But yeah, this place right here basically is just the anti-skunk hole.
There you
You
go.
got
Nothing wrong with that.
And you don't want to go skunk, you just stop here, catch a little one, and call it a day.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
It's saved me from being skunk hole many a times.
Oh, you never said that, Danny.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
told me that. You said you only go after them 20-pound plus.
There's times when you got to do what you got to do. I always go after the 20-pound and plus. But if I'm having a bad day and it's looking like it's going to get skunked, stop in here and get your little 4 or 5 pounder and call it good.
A little 4 or 5 pounder, huh?
Yeah, I'm really surprised these channel cat are even hitting, because normally in wintertime they're tough to catch here.
See, now when I was in Iowa, Danny, if I caught a catfish, it was a channel cat. Hey, Rustic, you still with us? Rustic?
He's probably muted himself.
Oh, he's paying the parking meter.
Oh, Ronnie said Rustic donated a couple too.
Oh, did he?
Couple
Well, that's
fish, yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are awesome.
Oh, to that one heavier set guy that was down there? Yeah.
To John Curver or whatever his name was.
Tucker. No, this is Rustic. He donated.
To John or not?
No,
Oh,
to a different guy.
No, there
you
was a different,
donated to a different guy, Danny.
there was a different guy down there when Rustic was there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one he donated to.
Yeah, not the one I donated to, because when I got here, that guy was leaving, and then the other guy showed up.
All right. Okay, well, that's cool.
Well, you get a lot of families in this little small town over here by this river.
Right.
And, they live off these fish.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, you see people in the summertime. This bank is lined up with people. They're down there catching fish because they're catching them to eat.
Uh-huh.
But nobody wants to come out here when it gets cold.
Alvin just popped in, Danny.
Okay.
Alvin Lewis.
Alvin Lewis. Hello, Alvin. If we don't catch another one here in just a little bit, we're going to shut it down. If we do catch another one, we'll fire the lights up.
All right. Here, fishy, 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 fishy.
Well, we're getting down to the wire. If we don't catch one here shortly, we're going to call it a night.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, get on the line, will you? Get your butt up there, kitty. He'll let you go.
Yeah, the rest of them, there's nobody here but me now. So anything else we catch now, going back in.
Come on, kitty. Jump on that line.
Man, that was a good takedown. I thought he would hook up.
Oh, man.
He's been good.
Was that a circle hook or a J hook, Daddy?
That was circle hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put a big bend in the tip.
Mr. Kitty's here.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Kitty.
Okay.
Somebody said he was. I don't see him, but
He is.
somebody said he was.
He hit that one hard enough that if he don't bite it again in a minute, that I guarantee you he got the bait off of it.
Fishing Adventures and Random Things Fart just came in.
Okay. Man, we should have had that fish. He bent that rod hard. Now he's back. Let's see if he's going to take it.
Come on, kitty.
Come on, kitty. Come on, kitty. Hurry up. Otherwise, he's going to desert you. He caught 3. Joy's got him marked down. She's keeping tally on the weight for him because he's trying to keep a log for this year.
2 channel in the blue.
He got 2 channels and a blue. They're all under 4 pounds, but he's keeping a pound rate. He wants to catch
220 pounds.
2,022 pounds.
2,220 pounds
Yeah.
before July. I'll keep her straight.
I don't know. I'd go for 220 pounds at this.
Hell, I'll go for 22 at this rate.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're closing in on the 22 with the ones we caught last Saturday.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I think I missed that one, Danny.
No, you didn't.
Oh, she says I have seen it. So,
Yeah, it was that tournament.
It was the tournament.
oh, I see that. Yeah, I seen that. I was rooting for you. It didn't do any good, but I was still rooting for you.
We're going to spend a lot more time on the river this year and hopefully get to show you guys something really cool.
How about sturgeon?
They don't got sturgeon in Mississippi.
Oh,
You know, I've only
shit.
caught one of those. They're all in this river, but
Yeah, they
they're not big.
No. Now, we used to catch them when I was a kid. They'd weigh up to maybe 2-3 pounds,
Yeah.
but they're fun to catch.
Oh, yeah.
Linda and Amy Evans are here. Linda Cox and Amy Evans.
I got Linda Cox just came in,
Amy
Okay,
Evans.
hey, Linda.
and Amy Evans.
Linda Cox says she has 25 pounds that she could give Danny. She got 25 pounds.
Hey, Linda, you're doing all right for the year.
I think Alicia was out late last night fishing too.
Was
I don't know if she did good or not.
She hadn't mentioned anything that I've seen on here, Danny. I don't know.
I know she fished pretty late last night.
Did she?
Yeah, she was out the same time that Pontoon Jody and Cause were out.
Oh, okay. There's Pork Chop again,
Hey, pork chop.
and Ronnie Moore.
We're waiting on this fish is just nibbling on the line. If he'll hook up, I'll set up the lights. But if he don't hook up before I can't see the rod, I'm going to use that as a cutoff time to say I'm quitting.
Amy wants to know if
Come on, kitty.
Hey,
Oh.
Amy wants to know if Danny got her name on a fish yet.
Amy
Oh hey, Amy, I was not gonna soil your name with that little tiny dink catfish. We're gonna wait till we get a really nice one, and then we're gonna name it Amy Evans. But I'm not naming no little bitty fish Amy Evans. It's not worthy of the name. It's not worthy.
it was 3.78.
No,
Yeah.
3.4.
3.78 pound fish is not worthy of a name like Amy Evans.
Oops. Sorry, Amy, you lost a little weight. It's 3.49.
To be an Amy Evans fish, it's got to be at least 20 pounds.
Okay, well, I'm calling you out, Danny.
Well, you can count on it. I'll make it happen.
All righty. I know you will. I'm
It may not be for another couple months, but
still calling you out on a dance challenge.
Oh, shut up.
You won't even look at me now.
No, he's not
He's
even
ignoring me.
No.
I don't blame him. I would too.
Rez just came in.
Hey, Rez, how you doing? Danny off the Rez.
okay. Hey, Rez.
He just jumped in.
I guess Rustic fell out a while ago, didn't he?
Yeah, he went to go pay the parking meter and he never came back, so maybe he got a ticket. I don't know what happened to him. He was here, then he just dropped out.
Now, the first time I took him fishing, he caught his first blue cat with me last year.
Oh, well, cool.
And man, he was tickled to death over that thing.
Well, good deal. John Euler just popped in.
Big John. We're not doing nothing fascinating. We're fishing for dinks.
Yeah. I'm gone.
I got one big rod out. I got one big rod out with a big bait.
I still call them eaters.
But they've slowed down to a nibble now. They're not even trying to take the rod down. I got gar rolling out there in the water all out in front of me.
Who's doing a tournament or something tomorrow, Danny? Do you know?
Oh, the Winter Blues tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's the Winter Blues.
Okay. David Smith just stepped in.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to get in that Winter Blues tournament. Man, they had so many people lined up to get in that thing. I would have been way down on the list.
Oh, okay.
But that's all right. I'm gonna load up on tournaments this year.
Is that 48-hour challenge, Danny?
The Winter Blues one, I'm
Yeah.
not sure about that.
Okay. I know somebody was mentioning something earlier today about a 48-hour challenge, and I'm not sure what they were talking about.
I don't think that's it, because I think those guys fished from I think it was Eastern time. I think they fished from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. All
Now,
right.
don't quote me on that. I know it was a 6-hour tournament, I think,
Oh, okay.
but it's for charity.
Yeah, I heard something about that. Well, count me out because it'd take me 6 hours to get to the lake from shore.
Well, you got to leave 6 hours earlier.
Yeah.
That ain't happening.
You got to realize, for that tournament, you would have to commit 18 hours. 6
Okay.
hours to get there, 6 hours fishing, and 6 hours to get back home.
Yeah, no, that ain't happening.
Well, I'm 5 minutes away from the home, so but I'm not anywhere near where the big blues are going to come out. I got one big blue this year, but Joy couldn't get in the net.
Oh, Lord.
So I got a bigger net.
Get a bigger net.
I got her biggest net I could find. And my company thought, he said, well, you insane? What you going to do with that? Catch a whale? And I'm like, if you want to see the catfish this year.
See,
yeah,
I rarely ever use a net. I get them up close to the bank and step out in the water and just grab them by the bottom jaw.
Well, see, Danny, we're fishing off docks.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, you're going to need a net then.
yeah, we got to bring them up 3-4 feet to the dock. So, and if you try walking down the dock, it's going to get wrapped around all the poles and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Make a big fat mess. We had one like that, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and he got wrapped up around one of the supports. And Joy and I tried to get it in. She tried really hard. I thought she was going in head first, trying to get that catfish up. And we just couldn't get it off that support.
I'll tell you what, I almost noodled that thing, Danny.
She probably could have. The water was only 4 foot deep.
Well, I'm only 4'9", so there you go.
Your head would have been above water.
Well, it's almost dark enough now that I can't see the rods.
So I
we're
can
prob-
still see him, Daddy.
we're going to give it a couple more minutes, and then we're going to probably call it quit.
All right, bud. Did you get your coat yet?
I haven't got the coat yet.
Well, go get it. We'll watch your rods for you.
I can't even see them. I know you can't.
No. Well, you trying to say I'm blind? Okay, I accept that.
No, I'm saying it's dark.
Oh, dark. You
It's
don't have
dark.
you don't have flashlight in your pocket?
Well, yeah,
Okay,
I've got a headlamp.
there you go. That's what I use.
You just want him to stay on.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think Haz and them are fishing tonight too.
Yeah, see?
Oh, okay. Haz is a good guy. I like Haz.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Haz is awesome.
Well, he makes it fun, you know. He doesn't leave everybody in the dark and walk away from the camera, and at least he talks to people in the chat.
Yeah. Not like somebody else we know.
Y'all be nice.
I am being nice.
Be nice.
We didn't mention no names.
Well, just shush. I know you.
Well,
Zip. Yeah. Danny, don't start no trouble with him. You know he'll say stuff.
well, JR, help me out here, buddy. Tell her.
Oh, Potomac River Monsters is live right now, too.
Brian stepped in.
Brian Caudell back.
They tried to find it.
Well, I think I'm fixing to wrap it up because it's getting really dark here and I can't even see the rods anymore.
Hey, Potomac River Monsters is live right now.
Potomac River Monsters is live, Danny.
Okay. Well, I know
And
he.
I
They
don't
were
know.
live.
I
Well,
don't know if Haz is still on.
who's on?
I don't know if Haz is still on.
Joy's
Well,
looking at it.
I didn't think he was coming on till later this afternoon or this evening.
He was on earlier today.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I know. Ernie the Hog Snatcher was on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
we
was
watched
fishing with
him for a while.
and he was fishing with the Potomac River Monsters.
Yeah.
They're
on right now.
All right.
Chunky was
We're
on.
going to go over and slam Potomac River Monsters if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, I'm going to shut it down here.
Okay.
Good God, there's 20 people still watching this ridiculousness.
Danny, are you okay? Can we leave you alone so you get
Yeah,
back?
I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to shut it down, and you guys go raid Potomac River Monsters and tell them I sent you.
Okay.
All right,
We'll
so
do that.
everybody go over there to Potomac River and tell him that I'm reeling my rods in and send them over to watch him.
Okay, we can do that for you.
All right, y'all head that way. I'll see y'all later, okay?
Later, Danny.
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming in. I appreciate every one of you.
Yes, sir.
All right, go
Be
watch
safe.
PRM, catch some fish. Go watch
Be safe,
PRM.
Danny.
Be safe.
At dark
All right.
out there.
Bye, y'all.